Hey guys, it's Jack, and we are back at it with the All-Stars Best, Worst, and Underrated Lip Syncs. I was originally going to do the international seasons as well, but I'm kind of on a time crunch this week, got some essays due, but I still want to get this video out to you guys. So I promise I will get the international lip syncs to you soon. I know you guys love this video concept, so I love to do it for you guys. It's interesting to talk about All-Stars lip syncs because I feel like there's always a different vibe to them from the main show. And it comes down to the fact that the people in the top aren't the ones that are fighting for their life. The people in the bottom are, but they can't really do anything about it. So more often than not, we have the queens up there trying, giving it their best shot, but there isn't that same fight that you get when you're in the bottom. It doesn't mean it's bad, it's just the vibes are different. And sometimes the vibes are actually better because the people in the top are just having a good time rather than being worried. I still think there's a pattern and evolution of the All-Stars lip sync, so I'll get into that as we talk about each season. So let's start with All-Stars 1. It is a hard season to judge because there were only 6 episodes, so that's half the lip syncs that I have to choose. The best, just for how iconic it is, I'm gonna go with Raven and Jujubee because I mean the crying kind of went with the vibe of the song. Did they give the best performance of the season? No, I don't think so, but for entertainment value and everything that was going into this lip sync, I just really enjoy it. It's definitely also helped by the fact that it was a double Shantae, and that just added to the TV moment and how sweet it was. But yeah, there were some better performances on the show. We'll get to underrated for that one. The worst, I'm gonna give it to Nasty with Jujubee and Manila, only because even though the other Nasty wasn't that great either, half of this lip sync was taken up by confessionals of random people. There was so much telling and not nearly enough showing, and that just took away from the lip sync, and the performance wasn't even that great either. Juju did pretty good, but I think Manila was lost in the vibe of the song. She was trying to do her whole cross-eyed thing for comedy, but it just came off a little weird. As for underrated, there's no business like show business. I love Latrice. Latrice can do stunts and tricks, but if she just wants to give a very vibey performance that fits the energy of the song, she can do that with basically anything. And she was doing exactly that here, flying across the stage, giving very old Hollywood, just a wonderful performance. And bonus points because even though she didn't do that much, Tammy is just Tammy and I love her. I will stand by that I do not think All-Stars 2 or 3 have bad lip syncs at all. We'll get back to All-Stars 3 in a second, but with All-Stars 2, the song choices were just great. All of the performers, I mean, look at them, they are amazing. And there is so much variation in everything that the performers did. It was just such a good season for lip syncs. I don't think I could go for any other favorite except for Shut Up and Drive, and like I was saying earlier, these two had to fight to get back in the competition, and that vibe was completely different from the rest of the lip syncs. Of course, this one is regarded as one of the best, and it's for good reason. It is just one of the best performances of the show. They were both so evenly matched and completely given Rihanna in a drag performance way. Every trick was timed perfect, every beat was hit, they looked so hot on that stage. I just cannot get enough of this lip sync. And people are completely valid if they say it's the best lip sync of all time because both of the performers understand the song so well, and there's just this constant build of energy that makes it so easy to watch whenever you want. The worst, I genuinely don't know what I could really choose. I guess Shake It Off. I try to stray away from finale lip syncs because I just think that it's low-hanging fruit and it's too easy to choose. So with Shake It Off, I think both of them still did extremely well. It's just not my favorite song for performers to do. I don't know, something about some Taylor Swift songs, just not my favorite. But that's genuinely all the negative I can say because this is the lip sync that set the precedent for the season, the good vibes of the season, people just being up there and having a good time. Underrated lip sync, I'm gonna go with Cherry Bomb. I don't think it's that underrated, but I think that people have started to forget about it over time. Alaska licking Katya, yeah, that could even qualify it for the worst lip sync because I didn't like that moment, but the rest of the song is so funny. Alaska's flag reveal, Katya using her leg as a guitar, just so many good moments in this lip sync, and I think we need to talk about it a little more outside of the licking. Have you ever wanted to be a lord? How about a lady? Well, with today's sponsor, Established Titles, you can do just that. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the woodlands of Scotland, while at the same time helping reforestation efforts. The project is based on historic Scottish customs where landowners are referred to as lairds. Basically, it's lords and ladies in English. When you buy a title pack, it gives you at least 1 square foot of land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland. You also get a very cool frame certificate as shown here, and on the certificate you have a unique plot number where you can see the exact location of your land. They plant a tree with every order in not only Scotland but around the world, working with global charities. Charities like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, just 2 really cool charities that help to support global reforestation. And what's crazy that I would never even imagine to think of is now you can officially change your name to Lord or Lady on credit cards, plane tickets, and if you really want to impress people, even dating apps. It's a really cool last minute gift, especially for people who really care about the environment, and if you're a couple that cares about the environment, they even have couples packages so you can own a plot of land together in Scotland. And also, the first 200 people to purchase a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot. So basically, we can build our own kingdom and then host Drag Race Scotland. Well, okay, it's already in the UK, so maybe that, I don't know. It's just a very, very cool project that I hope you guys jump in on soon because they're having a Black Friday sale that stacks with my code. So you can use code JackFed for an additional 10% off your order. Go to establishedtitles.com/JackFed to get your gifts now and help support the channel. And now let's get back to the video. All Stars 3 again had no bad lip syncs in it at all. I love the song choices here. Songs like Anaconda and I Kissed a Girl are new classics, but they still have Diana Ross and the Pointer Sisters, just such a good mix. Speaking of Anaconda, for the best, I have to go with that lip sync with Aja and Dela. Oh my god. Aja gives a classic performance for both Anaconda and just Aja performances in general. It is clean, it is entertaining, so good. At first, it looks like Aja is going to take it and run with it because Dela is a comedy lip syncer, but she's not the most consistent. Then we get to the end where Dela just lets everything loose, has Michelle dying, and yeah, she completely stole this one away. They both performed it in their signature style, and that's what I enjoy so much about it because you can arguably say that either one of them won, but just for entertainment and to show how she was going to dominate the season, watching Dela win makes the most sense. For the worst, I guess I'm going to go with Trixie and BB just because Trixie is not Diana Ross. I'm sorry. When you're on the stage with BB Zahara Benet, who just played Diana Ross in the Rusical, I don't really think you have a chance. Trixie started to bust out all of these kicks and everything, and just none of it really fit the vibe of the song, but she knew that it was Diana Ross and she didn't really stand a chance in winning. I love Trixie, and I love the fact that she hasn't won a single lip sync on the show. For underrated lip sync, I'm gonna go with I Kissed a Girl. I don't think it's the most underrated ever, but just like with Cherry Bomb, it's kind of fallen by the wayside in the eyes of the fans. Dela did her little camp thing, but I think Shangela's outfit reveal and the whole mint thing just made the lip sync so much better. I love when queens interact on stage, and I think that Shangela throwing mints at Dela is one of the funniest things to come out of this season. I think Jump is also a really good lip sync, and Freaky Money of course is so amazing too, but I couldn't call that one underrated. Also, if you guys like my content, please consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Turn on post notifications too, because the sooner you're here, the sooner I can interact with you, and I love doing that. All Stars 4 is where we start to see a lot more lip syncs per season, and I still think that they're all pretty good. Basically, half the cast of the season were lip sync assassins, so it really helped to create some really great lip syncs. For the best, I'm gonna have to go with Into You. I just think that even if it is a forced storyline, Valentina really turned it. I don't think Monet was giving it her all in this lip sync. There's this whole rumor going around that she threw it. I don't know if that's true, but I just think that Valentina alone, the spins, her little steps at the end, the way she moves her hair, every single part of it was just perfect for this song. And even then, Monet did have some really funny moments, like when she opened her leg, her split, and I love Trinity's little edited voice line.
These bitches are turning it out, girl.
For the worst, I think it's a pretty obvious choice. I have to give it to You Spin Me Right Round with Latrice and Trinity because what was that reveal? What was that reveal? Trinity was trying her best to be so funny here, and I think she is funny in a lot of cases, but this is just some of her humor that I don't really get. It's just a weird joke. I didn't love the fact that it was at the expense of people's bodies. Obviously, everyone's going to age. It just, not my favorite. Latrice's spins on stage were so ridiculous also. It definitely added to the lip sync, but oh my god, it's so stupid. Underrated, Jump to It with Monet and Manila is amazing. This to me is such a comfort lip sync. I just think that both of them vibing on stage is so cute, and the fact that it didn't really even matter in the end because the All Stars rules were taken away and all that, it just made everything feel a lot better. It felt like two girls were just doing an encore number at a club. So cute. Like with every other Monet lip sync, there is one moment that always sticks in my brain. Here, it's her tongue and her cross eyes. I think it's just, this image of her is so ridiculous. And it's just another case of Monet being able to do whatever she wants in a lip sync. But All Stars 4 has a whole episode dedicated to lip syncing in the lip sync LaLaPaRuZa, so let me give you the best and worst of this. For the best, I'm giving it to Adrenaline with Gia and Naomi. I mean, I think this should have been the double Shantae. Gia had such a good outfit reveal, and of course Naomi gave a signature Naomi performance. Sliding all around the floor, showing off all the leg in the world, giving it a little comedy, and of course leaning back on the heels until she's on the ground. So iconic. sync. The only lip sync here that I wasn't a huge fan of was Peanut Butter with Jasmine and Trinity. I just thought that Trinity's reveal was not a reveal, it was just a what was the point of that? And Jasmine was just at a disadvantage because she was up against the person with the largest cake from the show. Like, there was no way that she was gonna win, so it just felt a little one-sided. All-Stars 5 had some pretty good lip syncs, but some that I wasn't a huge fan of. I think it came down to the new twist. It felt like they told some of the assassins to try harder than the others. I mean, they literally told Morgan to tone it down because she was doing too good. So it's clear they didn't have the quality of the lip syncs as a priority, but that doesn't mean they're all terrible. I think that India versus Evie is an amazing lip sync and really introduced the twist super well. Evie went all out here with multiple reveals, multiple Evie tricks, just the whole 9 yards, and India was able to keep up as well. I wish that this energy was kept up for the rest of them, but there was some inconsistency in quality, but again, they're not bad. Aside from one. Fancy with the lip sync legend, one of the best lip syncers on the show, Kennedy Davenport, was not good because it's not a Kennedy song. Aside from allegedly telling some of the assassins to not go all out, the song choices for some of these people just didn't really fit their vibe. Like, how is Kennedy gonna do a slow country ballad? Kennedy gives high energy, pointed tricks, and it just wasn't that in any way. All they could do is walk around the stage and lip sync, and it is just such a waste of such a talented performer. For the underrated lip sync, I'm going with Neutron Dance with Alyssa and Shay. Though I don't think Alyssa tried as hard as she could, Shay really sold it here. The way that Shay performs in general is so tight in the best way possible. How do I explain this? A lot of her moves are very energetic, but in such a controlled way, it feels like there's an intention behind every step that she makes. But all of it is complemented with the signature Shay confidence, and I eat it up every time. I also just really love this song too. I just think it's super high energy, and I think it would be a great song for any queen to perform. All-Star 6 had some amazing lip syncs, and only one lip sync that I wasn't a huge fan of. The assassins felt like they were trying a lot more here, and I really appreciate that because it made the twist feel a lot more worth it in the end. I think that there's two lip syncs that obviously come to mind as the best. It's either Physical or Miss You Much, and I am totally going with Miss You Much because Raja. The editing of this lip sync, yes, it wasn't the best. I've complained about it before, but the vibes and just the energy from both of these performers is so good. They were so evenly matched, and this is definitely another comfort lip sync that I always come back to. For the worst, there's only one lip sync that I saw people complaining about from the season, and that's Boom Clap. I just don't think it's the best song to choose for a lip sync, and I just don't think that either of the performers were giving it their 100%. Cameron has said on Twitter that she both really doesn't like this song and realized that the fact that she was there kind of meant that she was going to send Eureka home. The choices of lip sync assassins in All-Stars 6 were very interesting because there were so many random coincidences. Coco sending home Serena, Jessica sending home Yara, Brooke and Raja, Cameron and Eureka, the list goes on. It was just a weird situation for everyone involved. Raja has also said that she didn't expect to win, so she didn't really map out a performance for this song. So yeah, just not my favorite. One of my favorites from the season that is just slightly underrated is Manila versus Kylie for Dirty. When I watch it back, I think that Manila actually put up a pretty good fight, but you know, it's a Christina Aguilera song with Kylie Sonique Love. She was winning this. Her lip sync was so tight, the way she flipped into these splits, her outfit, everything was just so perfect for this lip sync. And All-Star 6 also has the lip sync Smackdown, basically the Silky show. So what is Silky's best lip sync and what is Silky's worst? Silky had so many good lip syncs in this episode. I mean, Point of No Return, Heartbreaker, but Barbie Girl is my favorite. It gives the same vibes as I Think We're Alone Now from season 7, just kind of letting go and being able to have as much fun as you want. She wasn't going up against anyone, so she was just there to give a good time, and that's what she gave. The worst wasn't bad by any means, but Scarlett versus Silky was just a little too long. Silky really came through with the flags at the end, and I thought that was super entertaining, but I just don't think Scarlett was really in her element, so the quality of the lip sync kind of suffered from that. All-Star 7's vibe was definitely the most different out of any on the list because they were all there for the whole time. It felt even more so like they were just there for a good time. They didn't really need to fight unless they really wanted to block someone. Sometimes they got a song that was super up their alley, sometimes they didn't, but they just rolled with the punches because they were like, hey, I mean, I'm in the top, I'm not going home, what's the matter? But if there's one lip sync that was such a victory lap, it would be Supernova with Shay and Monet. I would pay thousands, millions of dollars to see these two constantly lip sync because I just think they have the best chemistry on stage. I'm constantly thinking about this performance, Monet's outfit, the way they get on the ground. Again, Shay's controlled dance moves, Monet's split at the end. It is just such a quality lip sync. The extra added context of them barely squeaking into the finale top 4 makes this lip sync even better. Let me start out by saying I love Jinx, but some of their lip syncs on this season weren't my favorite. But of course, Raja versus Jinx for Love is Better in Color, no. Raja didn't know the words because I don't think she expected to win this challenge, and Jinx was trying their best, but it was to a Lizzo song and I just don't think they have that vibe. Evie was right there, guys. Evie did so good in the challenge, and this would have been the perfect song for her. If Raja ever needed a redemption though, the underrated lip sync of Super Freak with her and Vivian will give that. What's that line that Bianca said about Darian?
Miss Darian is turning it. Cause you know good and goddamn well Miss Darian had this song on cassette when it came out. I'm banking on that bitch.
Darian had Point of No Return on cassette tape, so her money's on Darian. Yeah, I get that same vibe from Raja here. I just feel like this is a song in Raja's blood. No shade to her age because she is iconic, but of course she killed it. She was just in her element. The outfit and the hair really helped out. She was like hot. Is that weird for me to say? She was like, she was good. She was really good looking. I'm just gonna go ahead and group in UK versus the world here because I think that it's all stars enough. For the best lip sync, The Rent was due. She wanted Jimbo out. Pangina was doing the most in Vangabus, and I love it. First, it was just an extremely iconic song choice, but just the way that Pangina was doing everything. Some people may think it's messy, but I think it all kind of came together at the end. I also like Janie's moves. They were so interesting, but I was sold from the start. As for the worst, I'll go with Pangina's other lip sync. She did great. Jimbo was toppling over her. This is a moment that will forever be ingrained in my mind. The fact that Jimbo kind of just fell on Pangina, I cringe so hard whenever I watch it. Jimbo even at the end admitted that she did not do good in this lip sync. At least she's self-aware about that. For underrated, I'm gonna go with Toy with Juju and Mo. I think Mo and Juju did a good job, and I just like the song choice. It's a Eurovision song. I'm happy that they went with this for UK versus the world. I think it was super smart, and the song itself is just super draggy and a super fun song to perform. After doing this video, I have realized that the pattern of All Stars lip syncs comes down to the fact that no one in the top who's lip syncing is going home. They're able to experiment a little more with their choices or play it a little more safe, but either way, the vibes are better because it's a victory lap for them each week. So it results in a lot more consistent quality over the course of this franchise, and even if the main show has a lot more heights reached, I feel like these lip syncs sit in more comfort with myself, if that makes sense. It's probably just how my brain works and how I give connotation to things, but I come back to All Stars lip syncs a lot more when I just want to be in a good mood. Thank you guys so much for watching. I promise the international one will be coming soon. It's just been extremely hectic around here. I'm going to keep creating for you guys, but I'm just living 20 different lives right now. I have my whole Hannah Montana fantasy going on, but I just want to say thank you guys for sticking around. It's been just over a year since I started posting, which is crazy. I'm going to do a full video for it later. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon with another video.